Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share. So get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world you could be, but just all be right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate you pull up on me. What's going on, man? Shout out everybody in the building. What I'm supposed to look fucking friendly. I'm supposed to be all fucking giddy and happy go lucky. No light skinned nigga injury over here. All right. All right. Yeah, it's safe. Always ready. Anyway, man, hey, so it's finally happened. It finally happened. It finally happened. Um, we were pretty much warned about this, and people were aware of this. Uh, the U.S. Invading Venezuela. People were saying invading or taking control of all these different things and whatnot, what have you. And again, man, this is nothing new. Okay, this is nothing new, man. Um, I think one of the biggest things you have to start understanding, and as an adult, you have to understand. We say this, we say these little colloquialisms all the time, right? Bro, life is not fair. Okay, life is not fair. Life will never be fair. Okay, now is there not a such thing as where things can be out of pocket and fucked up and whatnot, what have you? But there's always something underlying, more likely than not, outside of the whole um weapons of mass destruction thing, right? Which was a crock of shit. And we all know that at this point. It's been admitted, right? But even though the weapons of mass destruction was some bullshit, Saddam Hussein at the same time was doing a lot of atrocities against the people. And that's what they always are able to use against these leaders that are elected and then turn into dictators, and they're violating their own citizens. Okay. So even though two wrongs don't make a right, there are wronger wrongs and righter rights. Okay. Even though two wrongs don't make a right, there are wronger wrongs and righter rights. And having a military background, man, a lot of these times, right? And people want to say all this shit, bro. You do understand? Listen, yo, what up? Sorry, everybody in the building, man. Nike Tech Up. That's crazy. I'm confused. But anyway, um, if you could, you would, but you can't, so you ain't. People want to put moral point of views or scenarios on something that has very little to do with morality, bro. This world runs on fucking money, resources, um, and um, and real estate, right? Money, resources, and real estate. And we're talking real estate on a national scale. We're talking about countries and regions and stuff like that. So it just baffles me as to how people aren't aware, but then you have all these emotional outbreaks and these emotional outbursts for things that, again, this has been that way since the beginning of time. All right. Whether you believe in the Bible, whether you believe in the Quran, whether you're a Buddhist, whether you're what's the other joint? Whatever religion or whatever background you have, at some point in time, man, there's war, there's peace, there's violence, there's all these different things that are mixed up in there. And what we know, on every continent except Antarctica, there's been some type of conflict, some type of conquering, some type of one people taking control over another group of people. Okay, that's how it's always been. So when you get into this morality, okay, it's nonsense. It's useless. Okay, and for people to, again, always want to make America the bad guy. But again, I'm not saying America's hands are clean in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But again, wrong or wrongs, right or rights. America was responsible for the most violent and most devastating death of people instantaneously in history. Okay, that's without a doubt. All right. Yo, chill out, chill, man, chill, bro. Oh my God. Are you serious? Oh no. Maduro was rocking the Nike Tech. You saying? Yeah. Maduro had the Nike Tech on. Okay, I got you. Now I was like, what did you talk about the Nike Tech? Listen, man. Hey, man. Shout out to Nike, man. Shout out to Nike. But nah, man. This nigga that got me out. Got me out. What the fuck was I saying? Yo, what up, Solid Sir? What's up, man? What the fuck was I saying? Nah, everyone has not participated in genocide, fam. Regardless of the content, just saying it's been going on since XYZ is straight. Well, no, yes, they have. What are you talking about? Every continent has participated in genocide, brother. Prove me wrong. We can drop the link right now and have a conversation, but I promise you, North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Europe, yes, there have been genocides on all of those continents, brother. All of them. Every last one. So what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, right? As much shit as people like to give America, okay, and with dropping the atomic bomb being the most violent thing in human history, all right, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people wiped out all at one time, okay, it still pales in comparison, okay, to your boy Stalin, to Pol Pot, to Mao, right? To all of these communist regimes and these communist countries and ideologies and these dictators, okay, that eliminated their own people, okay, starvation, working people to death. Just, I don't like you, so, you know, in order to keep fucking power, bro. All right. So when a person says these things about America's just this, man, and like, bro, you don't know much about history, do you? At the very least, again, America destroyed Japan, turning it into dust. But America helped a lot in the infrastructure because America understood the importance of allocating that region. Okay. So after you destroy some shit, you know, you must rebuild. And being that Japan is very, very instrumental in being able to keep an eye on and pretty much have military presence on both sides of the globe, after you destroy the shit, help them build it back up. And now we're going to permanently, okay, we're going to permanently inhabit your lands. That's a part of war. If and when me and you are in conflict and we say, hey, war, right? May the best man win. And I win, I get to fucking tell you the terms in which you have to fucking submit to because I won. Again, being that a lot of people don't have a military background, don't really give a damn about military, all the different things, so on and so forth, they don't understand it, right? This is why I laugh at that too. Listen, bro, the reason why the military budget is one of the highest paid things in the country, right, from a government standpoint, is because America's dominance, presence, force projection, all these different things, bro, play a major key in you having all the freedoms that you have. Okay. All right. And if you don't like it, listen, when that gas dropped back down to under $2, don't fill your motherfucking tank up. All you niggas out here, man, oh man, it's a damn shame what they did to Venezuela. They wrong. Listen, when gas is under $2 again, all right, you pay $4. How about that? Sick of you niggas, man. Sick of y'all. But I told y'all, man, listen, there are a lot of things that are happening. A lot of things that are happening. This is one of the major reasons. This is pretty much Trump warned this, bro. Trump, one thing, people may hate Trump, but Trump tell you exactly what he's gonna do. Trump tell you he gonna do some shit, bro. He doing it. Okay, and the only way he don't do it is if he can't, if it's illegal. If Trump say he gonna do it, he gonna motherfucking do it. And even if he can't, he gonna try it and then take it to motherfucking SCOTUS, right? He gonna run that shit up to the Supreme Court. Is this legal? Can I do it? Okay, if I can't do it, I'm not gonna do it. And then he still maybe to find a fucking loophole to get to it anyway. But this Venezuelan thing, man, is huge. People seem to forget. And they said that I just found this out today, listening to the whole story. China was just in Venezuela, bro, doing fucking peace talks or whatever the fuck they was doing, right? With Maduro in there, what Maduro was going to do would have been similar to what Russia did in Cuba back in the day. You know, the Cuban Missile Crisis was because, hey, we cool with Russia and we don't really fuck with y'all. So what we going to do is, shit, hey, we right here at your doorstep and we'll set this shit off. And if we set this shit off, y'all not just fucking with us. Now big brother Russia is behind us too. Well, Venezuela was going to do the same shit. China. Trump understand. Listen, man. The emotionality that a lot of people have, and I'm really confused about the men. It always confuses me when men speak so emotionally, right? And they can't see the logic in something. They can't see the strategy. People don't understand strategy at all, bro. Okay? The strategy at all. Don't understand it. And this is why all this liberal ideology and pretty much trying to get America to be a communist country, bro. This shit is, bro, I don't know how much longer we got left. People, oh my God, they're minorities. Okay, they're minorities, but they fucking got $18 billion worth of fraud. I don't give a fuck about their ethnicity. I don't give a fuck about their race. They're robbing me. They're robbing you. They're making the cost of shit go up because they're taking advantage of a system and misusing and abusing it. What the fuck does their race have to do with it? Wrong is wrong. You as an American taxpayer should be offended. You should be mad as hell because they stealing from you and me. But it's Venezuela shit, bro. So you got Venezuela was going to be like, even though they weren't included in BRICS, Venezuela was going to be one of the what I want to say, auxiliaries or like one of the affiliates of the whole BRICS thing, right? Pretty much to get the world off of the American dollar is the U.S. reserve currency, all right? Trump is trying, listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all this shit. And I told y'all, remember I said this. Yo, shout out to This Might Be Risky in the building, man. Appreciate you, bro. 10 for the win. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Ain't nothing but some money. So what up, bro? So again, man, people don't understand. And hey, hit that like button for me, people. Hit the like button for me. People don't understand, bro. When you start doing some shit as serious, and I told y'all, listen, bro, China been collecting gold, silver, and China's been cornering the market of production. All this shit we talk about, or whatever, because, I had to stop doing the what's name shit because YouTube was hitting me over the head, bro. I couldn't talk about nothing about, the jab or the pandemic or none of that shit. If you said any of this shit before they came out and admitted that they were fucking purposely targeting people, right? And pretty much illegally fucking banning channels and shit, right? You couldn't say anything about it. And they was just hitting me over the head. So I had to get away from the 10-4 Tuesday shit. But before I got away from it, we went in depth about all of these things. Okay? The problem is, this is what people can't see because of Trump derangement syndrome and their feelings. The American corporations sold Americans out. The American corporations, your favorite ones, Apple, you niggas complain about Michael Jordan in the same shoes, but y'all don't say shit about the same motherfucking iPhone with a different fucking charger or a different motherfucking accessory every year. And Jordans don't cost a motherfucking $250. Motherfucking iPhone cost your ass like $2,000. Okay, you niggas put a payment plan on there and be locked in for 5 years, and then keep this as a cycle continuing because you just upgrade every 2 years. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Okay, we're gonna stay away from that. Cheaper labor is outside of the United States. Capitalism has become crony capitalism. Okay, all the anti-capitalist people aren't really anti-capitalist; they're anti-crony capitalism. The way capitalism is supposed to work, when it's a beautiful thing. It's a proven process. Hey, as long as the business is good and it has a good product or a good service, the business will survive. It will scale properly, but at the same time, take away enough to where it makes a profit, but not prey on the consumer. That's how it's supposed to go. But of course, motherfuckers get greedy. Again, the Bible tells you the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay? The love of money is the root of all evil. And it gets a point to where if you got more money, and usually, somebody at the top, very, very top, the owner, the person that owns the business, the CEO, whatnot, what have you, at some point in time, man, more money is pointless. At some point in time, yes, it's a proven concept. Yes, it is. Shout out to GB4K9. Appreciate you, brother, for the 5. Remember me, Mr. Fantastic. I'm from Venezuela. We are immensely grateful for the great military men like you that free our country. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. I'm not there no more. I definitely wanted to go back for a little minute and see if I could have got that extra 1,400 or whatever he gave the all the active duty people. But hey, I appreciate you, brother. Oh, I'm sorry, sister. Appreciate your love. Sorry, I can't see your I can't see your what's the name. I'm sorry. Yeah, sister, yeah, sister. But nah, man. All these things that was going on, and the whole point, I told you, Biden was supposed to put America in enough debt and pretty much destabilize the American economy and flush in all the immigrants and do all this shit to where it was all but guaranteed with a re-election that America would have been removed, and pretty much the fall of Rome, the fall of fucking Babylon, the fall of whatever fucking great regime you want to fucking name, right, was going to happen. Trump is trying to repair a deliberate takedown of the United States fucking economic, government, social, international, every fucking system possible. At the end of the day, bro, Trump is a businessman and he's making and running, because again, if you know, right? All of these countries are corporations. All right, we doing little 10-4 Tuesdays on a Friday. Okay, on a Saturday, my bad. Saturday. All right. All these countries are corporations, bro. All right. The Federal Reserve has absolutely nothing to do with the United States government. It's something outside of itself, and something for the fucking bankers to control the money of not just America, but the world. All right. We've talked about this at length. But Trump, and this is why Trump has got such a beef with the current motherfucking Fed, top Fed dude, because he know, hey, this motherfucker not working for us. He working for them. And what they want, right, is the motherfucking put America in as much debt as possible, make the dollar pretty much worthless, give all the motherfucking power over to these other fucking countries so he can finally get America out of the way. Okay? Come on, man. What are we doing, man? Come on, bro. I got 169 people watching. Bro, come on, man. It's 3 days past the new year. All of the clearance sales, all of the holiday sales are over. Okay? All of them. This is not a motherfucking discount. This is not a clearance store. I need you to hit the like button for me. It's free. Okay? If you lie, you steal, you'll kill. Hit the like button if you motherfucking will. Come on, man.
Take off, record. Real more shit, man. That's why more bodies, man. Done more bodies right now, man. That real more shit, man. G up in the building, man.
Shout out to Kim11 or Kim11. I don't know, but appreciate you for the 10. $14 to $24 trillion of the U.S. national debt belongs to the U.S. taxpayers, U.S. corporations, etc. We can service and clear that through a domestic debt forgiveness act. A forgiveness act is not going to be that because you don't want to default on the thing. Again, the way they're trying to do it is this is why this going back to what he said about Powell. This is why they need the interest rate lowered. Okay, all right. The reason they need the interest rate lowered is because again, if the interest rate stays high as fuck to where it is, that's also helping the debt grow. Because like I said, America owes money to itself for the most part, right? So if you keep the interest rate at fucking, the percentage that it is versus knocking it down, that's saving X amount of dollars the longer you go. And they're trying to fucking get out of this over a longer period because you're not gonna be able to wipe this shit out, wasn't it? Now, I know they're teasing, they're talking about Bitcoin and all this other shit, which that's another thing I got to get into. Bro, again, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. The investment game is changing. Okay? Say it again. If the fucking inflation rate is 8% and you're getting 4% on your savings, are you making any fucking money? Your highest yield fucking savings account is like maybe 4 or 5%, maybe, right? If the inflation rate is 8, what are you doing every year? Saving is done. Okay, this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice for 10,000 times. Talk to your CPA, talk to your accountant, talk to whoever. Talk to a bank teller. This is just my opinion on this, okay? Listen. If you are not already financially stable, comfortable, and set up for the future, this is the year for you to do it. They just pumped a whole bunch of money into the fucking economy, I think around Christmas, and they're gonna try and put some more in there or whatever. Talking about possible stimulus checks, bro. If you get stimulus checks, any extra money you get this year, bro, please, people, invest it. Okay, talk to somebody, find you a financial advisor, but invest the money. This is not the time to be playing, y'all. Okay. This is not Jordan. We said this. Jordan, we said this a long time ago. They ain't listen, Jordan. Bet your life on it. I'll drop the link right now. Bet your life on it. It's always a lame ass nobody. It's always a lame. Never fails, bro. But yeah, man, please, people, get your listen, whatever that car got going on, fuck a car, fuck any fucking thing that's not a fucking asset in 2026, bro. Okay? Anything that's not an asset, fuck it. Major purchases, bro. If you can make that shit stretch, you can make it last. You can make a little repair here, repair there, whatever it may be. Fuck that shit, bro. All your money needs to be going that you can afford, of course, into fucking investments and assets, man. Major shit is changing. All right. Something we talked about a long time ago. A lot of these banks are they're talking about changing the whole banking system to blockchain based assets, blockchain based transactions, rather. I'm sorry, not assets, but transactions. I apologize. Right. Japan's already doing it. Okay. Let me get you up out of here, brother. I'll hit you with that. There we go. You pissing me the fuck off. Yep, ETFs too. But either way, getting back to the point. So what Trump is trying to do, bro, is literally fight all the bullshit and all these people that are fucking working together, okay, to push America finally out of the fucking way. All right. This Venezuela shit, trying to bring, so first and foremost, the tariffs, right? Motherfuckers going to keep shitting on the tariffs. Oh, the tariffs don't work. The tariffs don't work. If the tariffs don't work, why does everybody else in the world have tariffs? Yo, that's the simplest fucking counter. So if the American tariffs don't work when Trump is doing it, that means it's negative for China. It's negative for fucking Russia. It's negative for the UK. It's negative for Australia. It's negative for Japan. It's negative for everybody, right? Clearly that's dumb as fuck. Clearly that's dumb. Now, if America was the only one imposing tariffs, you might have an argument there. But being that the whole world has done tariffs, there has to be some type of fucking benefit to it. But when Trump do the shit, oh no, man, the tariffs don't work and the tariffs don't. Explain it to me then. Explain to me how the tariffs don't work. Well, what actually happens is the cost gets passed down to the consumer because the companies have more time to ship it or whatever, have to pay more money to ship it. And no, bro, no, fam. If that was the case, that means nobody's making no money and the tariffs are just pointless. That's why the fucking tariffs are working. He threatened the fucking tariffs. Hey, you want to get this shit over here? We know you want to get this shit over here. Why? Why do the tariffs work best in the favor of America, people? Chat participation. Shout out to Kim 11 again. Appreciate you for the 10. Another 10. A Domestic Debt Forgiveness Act would be the government working out a settling package with taxpayers, corporations, etc. In exchange for government could service and clear that amount from the debt. I'll look into that, but I'm telling you, it's just not gonna. It's not how it's gonna work. You don't have enough the strength of the dollar and too many other assets is what comes in the problem. Yeah. But Bishop Bond, if that's the case, no, the price does not get passed down, fam. It's not the case in every case. It's not the case. It's not the case in some cases, yes. But pretty much if the price get passed down, if the cost get passed down, bro, it's the wonderful thing about capitalism is, hey, if this brand of motherfucking, let's just say noodles, right, was $2, and because of tariffs, the shit become $4, I just don't buy no fucking noodles no more. There are other noodles. If this car is fucking whatever, you send a car over here and now it's got an extra $5,000 on top of the car, I just won't be buying that car. So then you have to talk about the responsibility of it. If this is something just a necessity, which there's very few things are far in between that we get imported in from these outside places that are just a necessity for you to have to buy that and that only. No, bro, that's cap, man. Y'all got to stop falling for the bullshit, bro, and actually do some study and some common sense and simple fucking economics, dog. Come on now. Thank you. It's very few things you got to purchase. But anyway, the answer to the question was this, bro. The reason why tariffs work the best for America is because America is like the world's number one fucking consumers, dog. We got some of the most money, waste the most money, buy the most bullshit. We're China's number one motherfucking customer. China's the number one producer. China's making all this little cheap shit because they got the cheapest labor and they don't give a fuck about their people, right? So the number one buyer are Americans. And everybody, because the American dollar is the reserve currency, people are using American dollars. You see what I'm saying? So once you start understanding this shit, bro, and take the emotion out of it, use a little common sense and a little basic economics, it all makes sense. Right? Trump is trying to motherfucking balance this shit and get it back to the point of where America's no longer at a fucking deficit and at least even. The Venezuela shit is gonna give it leverage though. Now, let me say this: allegedly, the oil that Venezuela has is gonna play a major role. Okay, let's not act like it's not. I promise you, a certain like they said, a certain portion of that oil and the benefits that we're going to be able to take control of is definitely going to benefit America. But again, it's also going to benefit other people because now just like we were doing back in Trump's first thing, we were fucking producing oil, right? Just from America alone with the fracking and offshore drilling and all these different things. Well, now you got access to, I think, the largest oil reserves in the Western Hemisphere, correct? I think Venezuela has like the largest oil reserves or something like that in the region, correct? Could somebody correct me if I'm wrong? Well, I gotta say allegedly, brother, for YouTube purposes, just in case. Gotta say it for I'm on thin ice, brother. Again, man. A tariff is just a tax on the imported goods, which is a tax on the consumer and it equates to higher prices, bro. So Bishop Bond, brother, I'm gonna ask you this the last time. I'm gonna ask you this last time, brother. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave you with this. I don't know when you came in, brother Bishop. Okay. Why is it then that the whole world imposes tariffs? China imposes tariffs. Russia imposes tariffs. Japan imposes tariffs. Everybody fucking imposes tariffs, brother. If that was the case, what's the point? Everything would just be moot if tariffs didn't mean anything and it was just always negative to the fucking customer. Come on, get the fuck out of here, bro. Appreciate you, Tia. So now that gives America a new leg up and some shit that the whole world needs. Okay. And you're going to be able to not only make revenue from that, but now what? Pay down. You said my video froze? Am I cool? Am I good? Put a one in the chat if I'm good. Okay, maybe it's just him. Okay, y'all know I'm kind of paranoid right now. Help pay down the debt, right? This is a long-term plan, bro. This ain't overnight. And that's another thing too that for whatever reason, adults don't have the concept of, listen, bro, when you're doing something major to where we're trying to wipe out trillions of dollars of debt and we're trying to fucking maintain dominance We're trying to maintain our currency as the reserve currency of the world. You're trying to do all these different things. You're trying to stop conflicts and stuff in other places and other regions that are upsetting the globe. Listen, man, people still forgot Ukraine was top 5 in wheat production. And I forget where Russia was. I think Russia's somewhere like top 10. The damage and all the shit that happened in Ukraine, bro, we hadn't even really felt that yet. Okay. 2 more years from now, nigga, who knows how much a loaf of bread? Y'all talking about inflation. Fuck tariffs. One of the top 5 producers of wheat has been pretty much out of the damn out of the loop for the last since what when did it happen? 2022? One of the top 5 producers of wheat has been out of the loop for for the world, by the way. Top 5 in the world. So we're not even talking about other things that are going to fucking be coming down the line, right? We're just looking at the here and now. It's just funny to me, man, to hear all these Americans and these. Listen, man, I'm gonna say this. If you don't like the way that America treats everybody else and America's just this big bag bully and shit, so on and so forth. Listen, man, all these other countries, bro, are accepting citizenship, bro. They would love to have you. They would love to have you. Okay. Kim one. Shout out to Kim one. Appreciate it for the 5. I explain what I mean on my YouTube channel. My what? Okay, in PowerPoint format, so you can pause and read. I have hyperlinks to my sources. Hold on, let's see. Let me look it up. I should be able to get to your channel. That the one you're talking to is the channel, right? Give me a second. You didn't pay a lot of money, so I definitely want to have a look at this. Let me see. Go to channel. Well, not let me see. Let's see. MII. Okay, which one is it? National. Which video is it? Tell me which video you're talking about. They hate ignoring that U.S. companies contracted with Venezuela and provided all the infrastructure, engineering, and management to those fields, and was all nationalized, stolen by them in 2007. Well, no, that's what I'm saying too. And when you help build these countries up, man, like you said, you get motherfuckers default on the or renege on the premises. Again, we've done this before. Listen, I like I told y'all, it's gonna be the same thing in a few years down the line with the Ukraine shit. All the weapons and shit that was given to Ukraine, bro, that's gonna be a problem down the line here in some way, shape, form, or fashion. We did. Bin Laden was the same thing. Saddam Hussein was the same thing. All of these, America creates these Frankenstein monsters. That's one of the biggest problems and issues, to where you can't do something legally, right? Because it will be an act of war. So you get somebody else to do it for you, right? What happens though is you arm these people with fucking the greatest fucking technology that's years and light years above everybody else. They stockpile them and then they use them against their own people and people in the region. That's the problem. Okay? That's the problem. Yeah, so that's another big thing too, Bella. So there is a reason why you had this fucking Venezuelans specifically that was such a big influx, right? So that it's ties to it with that too. People not even looking at that either. You feel me? But the wonderful thing about the Venezuela shit, right? For one, Venezuela don't have no. Come on, man. Venezuelan military, right? I mean, what? LAPD, NYPD. I mean, with riot gear and some ARs. I got my money on them. I don't even know. Let me Google. Let me see. Let me see. Members number of Venezuelan military personnel. 123,000 active. Okay. A military of 123,000 people. Let's see. I still like it. 36,000. Yeah. I like it. 36,000 NYPD. Let's do LAPD. Oh, let's see. LAPD. Oh shit. Well, damn. What the hell? No wonder fucking LA is so out of fucking pocket. I got 10,000 fucking officers in LA. What the fuck y'all got going on out there, man? That's wild. It's crazy. From a year ago. Okay. Well, hey, I'll tell you what. You ain't got to keep sending me money. I greatly appreciate you. But hey, if you just contact me on the email, and hell, we can probably do a collab, so I can see, you know what I'm saying, what you're talking about or whatever, or I can just research it and then we can talk about it and have a discussion. Because like I said, you took the time to do all the research and all these different things. I don't have an issue and problem with discussing it, debating about it, or however you want to do it. Shout out to you again for another 5. It's going to mainly be the first 4 videos from a year ago. I'll leave a disclaimer for what I'm talking about. Don't have access to all the information. Okay, cool. Well, like I said, hey, just hit me up on the email, MissFantastic824@gmail, and we'll set something up to have a conversation or whatever. Right? And that way you can go. You can do that. Fucking weirdos, man. Well, no. Again, this shit too, right? So again, that's always gonna be a play, but that's getting into the deeper fucking esoteric fucking hidden hand shit. I don't really want to go. I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that route. That's a conversation we can have on a 10-4 Tuesday. Right now, I just want to stick to the surface shit, right? This Venezuelan shit. So actually, let's go here. All right. Let me show this. Share the screen.
This is CNN Breaking News. Welcome to CNN. I'm Victor Blackwell in Atlanta. The breaking news this morning, President Trump says the U.S. carried out large-scale strikes on Venezuela overnight. He says its president, Nicolas Maduro, and his wife, Celia Flores, have been captured and flown out of the country. Attorney General Pam Bondi says both of them have been indicted, and in a social media post says that they will, quote, soon face the full wrath of American justice. The Venezuelan vice president says that she has no idea where Maduro and the first lady are.
Faced with this brutal situation and this brutal attack, we do not know the whereabouts of President Nicolas Maduro and First Lady Celia Flores. We demand immediate proof of life from the government of President Donald Trump, proof of life for President Maduro and the First Lady.
President Trump says that he'll address the nation on the strikes from Mar-a-Lago later this morning. Right now, it's quiet in the capital of Caracas just hours after the strikes, but earlier, explosions rocked Venezuela, knocked out power, and sent people running outside. And this strike was at La Carlota Air Base in Caracas. CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh joins me now from London. Nick, we just heard from Issa Suarez speaking with some of her sources in country about the fear of what could come next because so many questions are unanswered. Yeah, I mean, let's go.
Yeah. So they had the I think they said they took him in custody on the Iwo Jima. That's a destroyer, pretty sure. Or is that is Iwo Jima a destroyer or is that a LHD? Iwo Jima might be a LHD or LHA. Hold on, let me see. No, that's a LHA. Hey, where you at? Chief Rocka or Little Rock. Y'all in here? Iwo Jima's big boy. LHD. There we go. I appreciate you. Hey, that's what I thought. LHD. Shout out to Little Rock in the building. Yeah. LHD. There we go.
Through what we know has happened so far since about 1 a.m. local time, and these series of explosions rocks Caracas and other parts of Venezuela. Multiple helicopters seen in the air, and then clearly a U.S. Special Forces operation that removed Nicolas Maduro and his wife from what should have been their heavily fortified and secured premises in the capital there. Hard to understate quite what a move this is geopolitically by the Trump White House to remove the sitting president of a country which it considers to be a regional irritant. Startling, successful, certainly, daring, certainly as well, and also efficient, frankly, given what it seems the brevity comparatively of this operation and the impact that it is having. The Attorney General Pam Bondi hinting that the indictments in the Southern District of New York court will be the ones that Maduro faced. He had a $50 million bounty on his head, seeking information that could lead towards his capture. And it may well be that the delay we're seeing since Trump's tweet in the early hours of this morning is 74-word social media post that removed the extraordinary mystery, frankly, or the unresponsibility of exactly what was happening in the skies of Caracas very quickly to explain that, as many suspected, it was the US military behind this. It now appears that potentially the delay may be about transferring Maduro inside American soil for when President Trump addresses the nation about this move, extraordinary as it is. But I think once perhaps for Trump allies, the exhilaration of removing Maduro, who has been an authoritarian dictator behind violence against protesters and opponents for 13 years. Once that fades, the hard questions now must be answered about what to do with Venezuela's crippled economy. That has been the reason why Maduro has needed to be authoritarian, the mismanagement of basic things like inflation, foodstuffs that permeates that entire.
So again, man, like I said, this is what happens whenever you get involved, and then these people, these officials or these people that America put in place go rogue. Right, the first thing they do is fucking they hoard all the resources, all the money, and all the stuff for themselves, and they make the people suffer. Right. All right. So if you're gonna say, "Oh, it's fucked up," blah blah blah, well, are we gonna take into consideration what he was doing to his own people? There's a reason why you got Venezuelans in Venezuela fucking celebrating and Venezuelans in America celebrating. Okay. Again, I'm not saying it's just no a win-win and all positives. There's a negative to it. But at the same time, like I said, right or rights, wrong or wrongs. How do you look at it?
Country. What happens now to Venezuela's military, heavily hit during this brief series of strikes? I should point out the explosions we've been seeing in these videos, utterly alien to life in sleepy, peaceful Caracas, will have terrified the millions who live there. What is the likely course for Venezuela's political elite? Is indeed Delcy Rodriguez the successor? Does she immediately seek a detente with the United States to prevent a similar abduction in the middle of the night occurring to her? These are all urgent questions. And I think the key thing here is for the United States.
Listen, man, hey, definitely on some state property. Hey, either you go get down or lay down type shit. You know what it is. Okay. She don't want no smoke. Like I said, hey, motherfuckers pull up on you in your bed, tap you on your toe. Hey, come here. Go on, get up and come with us. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's like, and again, man, like I said, you will be amazed, bro. You'll be amazed.
To have planned for the aftermath of Maduro with the same efficiency, detail, and resolve as they clearly planned his capture and abduction. The US military, very good at this sort of thing, be it bin Laden in Pakistan, Zawahiri, the Al-Qaeda leader in Afghanistan, Maduro, a man with lesser charges against him in Venezuela, but they fail repeatedly in what comes next. And I'm sure many in Venezuela will be deeply hoping that they now see some sort of future ahead of them where their economic and political problems become part of the United.
Well, no, I see what you're saying. Let me see. Well, it's a coup. How is it a coup though? Explain to me how it's a coup. Don't just say it's a coup. Tell me and explain to me how it's a coup. Explain to me how it's a coup.
United States focus, and they're not just left to see further collapse. A reminder.
Well, again, like I said, man, other places done the same shit. When you got the power to do the shit, man, listen, you're looking at this shit like on a global scale, right? So this is a global scale. Let's go a little smaller. Tell us a place to where the same shit is happening within the country. What country am I talking about where this same exact shit is happening, like, and been happening since our lifetime, and probably even before, but definitely wasn't it? What country is this same exact shit happening to where motherfuckers just do what they want, take shit over, and kill motherfuckers at will, if and when they feel like it, they're not doing what they want them to do? Again, man, that's why I say this y'all act like this is just people only give a fuck when it's America, dog. The answer is fucking Mexico, bro. The cartel runs fucking Mexico, dog. They just killed somebody important, what, at the end of last year? The cartel is like, hey, the whoever the president is in place or so on and so forth, la la la. That motherfucker is just a figurehead, bro. He don't. The cartels run Mexico, dog. Okay, yeah, and then let's not even talk about all these places. A lot of these motherfucking African countries, bro. That's why you got true coups going on over there. Always unrest. Any motherfucking general or any motherfucking, person can say, hey, we're gonna take some shit over. Kidnap a whole bunch of people. Why does he keep doing this?
Particularly the Trump administration wants to see many of the hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans on US soil go home. And perhaps a calm and prosperous Venezuela would permit that to happen at a faster pace. But we are today in unprecedented territory. In Moscow and Beijing, they will be looking at how their ally, Maduro, is suddenly whisked away from a place.
Yeah, my bad. I said he. I don't think I gave a gender, but I know it's a she. But yeah, if I said he, I made a mistake. But the person that they killed was a man. At the end of the year, I don't know who it was, but they smoked somebody important down there in Mexico. I know the female. What's her name is a she right now.
Where he should have felt security of diplomacy, of the international world order. He may now soon be in a New York courthouse to face drug charges.
Now, Russia, as I said a moment ago, is now asking for immediate clarification on the U.S. claims that it has captured Maduro.
Get that.
Yeah. Nick Payton-Walsh, thanks so much. Joining us now is CNN senior White House reporter Kevin Liptak. Kevin, again, we're going to hear from the president at 11 a.m. Eastern, 3 hours from now. But I understand you have some new information about how this unfolded. What do you know?
Yeah, and what we understand is that
there's no bigger cartel than the U.S. government. I mean, you can have that opinion. You can have that opinion, I guess. That's already the case, bro. Listen, everything this side of fucking everything this side of the fucking the prime meridian, bro. America run this shit. What are we talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean want control of the trade routes? We already have it. Everybody knows we run the fucking waters again on this side of the globe, bro. That's not something you ever had to fight for.
the president gave the green light for this operation several days ago. That's according to people familiar with the matter. It was carried out by the elite Delta Force in the U.S. Army. That's the same group that captured Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi some years ago. So a highly trained a force that went in to capture Maduro. They were tracking his location with the assistance of the CIA. And we know that the president had authorized the CIA to operate covertly inside of Venezuela, some weeks ago. We saw some of what they were doing just this week when we learned about that strike on a dock facility that the president said was transporting drugs. But now we're getting a fuller picture of what precisely that agency was doing there. Now, the goal here is to try Maduro on U.S. soil. We've been hearing that from officials. We just heard it explicitly from the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, who is citing that indictment in the Southern District of New York that was filed back in 2020. There was this bounty on Maduro. And what Bondi says is that both Maduro and his wife will soon face the full wrath of American justice on American soil in American courts. But to be sure, there are plenty of questions here being raised by members of Congress. It does not appear as if the Trump administration briefed, the relevant lawmakers or the relevant committees before taking that action. And this morning, it appears that the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, has been on the phone talking to senators to discuss some of what happened. And some of them are revealing a little bit about their discussion. Mike Lee, the senator from Utah, said that the strikes that occurred in Venezuela were intended to protect the U.S. personnel who were capturing Maduro, that the president was relying on his Article 2 authority, essentially his authority as commander-in-chief to conduct foreign policy to carry out these strikes. And I think most critically, what Rubio told Lee was that he anticipates no further action in Venezuela now that Maduro is in U.S. custody. So this appears to be it for now, what we've seen overnight. this is really the culmination of this months-long pressure campaign. There was, I think, some misgivings on the part of the president some months ago about where all of this was leading. We heard that from officials, that he had some reservations that this could potentially all backfire if Maduro was ousted from power, some questions about whether this would be effective, but clearly he has put those to the side and given the green light to go ahead. I think President Trump is also of the era who will remember a mixed history of U.S. interventions in Latin America, including with the CIA. Today is 35 years exactly since the U.S. arrested the Panamanian dictator, Manuel Noriega, at the Vatican Embassy in Panama. So, there is a long, somewhat mixed history for the president to look back on here, but clearly eager to proclaim success in this particular mission. And I think eager to show that justice will be served for what they claim is a drug trafficking charge. The objectives in all of this have always, in a way, led to regime change. That was what the president's ultimate goal was here. We heard that explicitly from Susie Wiles in that Vanity Fair interview. But you also saw a number of different sort of rationales that the president has laid out, whether it was curbing the flow of drugs, whether it was curbing the flow of migrants. You also hear the president talk quite a bit about the oil. Of course, Venezuela is sitting on the world's largest proven oil reserves, and so I think.
Listen, man. Again, and Trump. Yeah, well, we might have to, take control of that and make sure that the people of Venezuela and others, get their fair share. Look, man, Trump never lied to you, bro. That's one thing about being an asshole and just being like, hey, this is what the fuck we doing, bro. Again, everybody knows Trump is brave enough to do what fucking Bush 2 wasn't able to do. We know what the fucking Iraq shit was. Iran, I'm sorry, right? Iran. Not Iraq, Iran. Oh, no, Iraq. Yeah, Iraq. The Iraq shit was the same thing. Weapons of mass destruction. Hey, man, we got to get a little control of that all. Okay? And all that motherfucking gold. Bro, y'all know how much gold Saddam Hussein had? Y'all know how much fucking gold Saddam Hussein had, man? Again, man. Assets. Revenue. Real estate. All that shit, bro. It's got to be worth more than that, man. No oil got to be worth more than 10 billion. Way worth more than 10 bill, bro. Got to be. 10 bill is not enough.
When we hear from the president over at Mar-a-Lago down here in Palm Beach at 11 a.m., it's likely that we're going to hear sort of a combination of all of that. And certainly, I think the question of what happens next in Venezuela, what the president has been planning on that front, whether the U.S. sort of has any role or anticipates any role in stabilizing that country now that the leader has left, those will be critical questions that the president, I think, will need to answer for when we see him in a few hours from now.
And of course, I got the whole thing. I'm going to let y'all listen to Pete Hegseth next, the Secretary of War.
Yes, Evening News. If you're just joining us, we're in a live conversation with Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, back from Joint Base Andrews, where he met some of the soldiers and sailors involved in that mission in Venezuela. Mr. Secretary, thank you for staying with us. I want to go back to the to the rationale tonight. Is it about freedom or is it about oil? At the press conference today, President Trump seemed to indicate that both were a factor.
Freedom, security, prosperity. Of course, there are what was done by Venezuela against American oil interests, oil companies is well understood. And
listen, man, primarily processing the world's largest proven oil reserves, along with significant deposits of natural gas. Of course, where you already got oil, you're gonna have the natural gas, iron ore, bauxite, gold, and diamonds. The diamond shit don't really mean shit. Fuck diamonds. We know that's whatever, right? But gold, though, trust and believe that shit. Gold, and we know that fucking Oscar, what's up, fam? We know for sure. Again, man, I keep telling y'all, this precious metal shit, bro, is not a joke. Go, and I know gold is gold, bro. Gold is king, but be on the lookout for silver. I told y'all, be on the lookout for silver, and if you can get your hands on some physical silver, get your hands on some physical silver, people. Okay, again, this is not financial advice. It's not financial advice. It's not financial advice.
never should have happened, and President Trump is willing to recapture that. But it's also the security of our hemisphere. If people understood what Venezuela was trafficking in with other adversaries, weapons they were trafficking, and then, of course, the drugs and the cartels, the poisoning of the American people, the violence, Tren de Aragua that have been brought to our shores, all three of those combined together in this bold and courageous action from President Trump. He takes nothing off the table. So what happens next will be in the hands of Venezuelans to decide, but ultimately America will benefit security-wise and with prosperity, and we believe the Venezuelan people can as well.
You know, Mr. Secretary, today at the press conference, you said, and I'm going to say it slowly so I get it right, Maduro effed around and found out. And that's obviously a message not only to Maduro. But to many American adversaries around the world. And it comes on the heels of President Trump saying that U.S. intervention.
I'm wilding. I said all that shit and I'm dead muted. God damn, bro. Shit. What's the last thing I damn said? Damn. Shout out to my man Maurice November in the building, man, with the fire. Appreciate you, brother. The United States and 19 other countries does not recognize Nicolas Maduro as Venezuela's legitimate head of state. Great stream, man. I appreciate you, brother. My dumb ass. Yeah, I was muted. Appreciate you, man. That's how I be, man. I'm on mute. Yeah, appreciate your love for the two. Shout out Jordan Maker. You muted, bro. Yeah, man. My bad, bro. So what I was saying was, right? Yeah. Basically, to fucking sum it up, what the fuck was the last thing he said? Let me see.
Trump saying that U.S. intervention in Iran would be possible if Iran kills protesters.
Oh, so yeah, the drug shit and all this other shit, whatnot that they had tied to it to make reasons for being able to do that. The drug trafficking, the immigration stuff, or the whatever the fucking Tren de Aragua, all this other shit is going to be the basis they use for prosecution. Also, again, we start talking about the resources and the way they're able to use that towards the benefit of everybody, not just America, but America's gonna get the biggest part of the pie. But you got to think though, right? If you're a Venezuelan, right, and you've known nothing but, you know, the bottom of the barrel, and that shit increases 50% for you, right? Hell, that's leaps and bounds. Now, I don't know how much, you know, in comparison, America's going to take, and the control is going to be given to these corporations and things like that. But that's one of the biggest fucking parts of it, man. Okay, shout out to Kim One. Appreciate you for the 2. Oh, so that's what I was saying. So I was talking about I don't know if you guys see. So Joe Rogan did an interview of a lady that had escaped from North Korea, right? And the lady from North Korea was just talking about she has no idea, that she just cannot understand why American people would be so pro-communism, you know, pro-communist ideology. And she was saying just how horrible it is over there in North Korea, to where if you're found to be disrespectful to the Kim Jong family or his thing or whatever, or treasonous, they either kill you and your whole family, or they sentence your whole family to life in prison. Okay. She says nutrition over there is horrible. Everybody has parasites and worms. It's just incredibly horrible, terrible, right? And she gets to America, and when she sees all these people, you know, promoting this pro-communism fucking ideology, she's like, bro, y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what you're doing. Same thing, I think it was Pitbull. Is Pitbull Cuban? Pitbull was saying the same thing from the people in Cuba that actually experienced, you know, the communist fucking regime there, and just all these fucking Americans that are pro fucking communist ideology, bro. And what I was saying was, the problem, free speech is dangerous when you don't have it equal on both sides. Okay? Free speech is incredibly dangerous when only one side is speaking. Where we have failed is that we don't have enough people on the proper side of things shouting down the dumb shit. Okay? There's not enough people that, you know, the people that are fucking, you know, pro freedom, pro America, pro fucking, you know, American ideology and all these different things, pro fucking capitalism versus pro communism and socialism and shit, right? We aren't shouting down these people enough, bro. Say what you want, but when people say stupid shit, or when something dumb is said and it's the minority, the majority is supposed to motherfucking shout that shit down, and that's not happening enough. And in the process, what's happening is, because everybody's so cliquish, right? And people just want to like feel like they belong or they fit in. And we now know Yuri Brezhnev warned us about the whole college system being infiltrated and just full of fucking communist and socialist ideology, man. That's literally what it is at this point, indoctrination for communism and socialism, right? Now you have all these young adults that are anti-American, that they, you know what I mean? And it's just so fucking, they don't know struggle the majority of Americans who are fighting for communism. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. And it'd be you got all these Americans talking this shit about what's going on, while you got Venezuelans dancing in the streets, you know, in that country, in their home country, and over here.
It comes as Secretary of State Marco Rubio says Cuba should possibly be worried tonight. What's next here? What's the message? Who did you have in mind when you said F around and find out globally?
Well, I referred also to the Iranians and their nuclear capabilities. The president said they will never get a nuclear bomb. The Iranians didn't believe it. He acted. He said the same thing about Maduro. He acted. He said the same thing with the Houthis. He acted. Southern border acted. We're going to do something about drugs. He's acting. We're acting with striking drug boats. This is a president of action. And you don't get peace in this dangerous world without strength. So there's been a lot of politicians that want to talk. They want to talk peace. They want to talk diplomacy. They want to talk negotiations. They want to talk globalism, international organizations. President Trump speaks through action. And so our allies understand that. They're stepping up, spending more. Our adversaries understand that. So all around the world should take notice. American leadership is back. When he says something matters, it does. And we will take the necessary action with the full weight of the Department of War.
You know, Mr. Secretary, in the aftermath of this successful mission, there were tears of joy in Caracas, in Miami. Venezuelan refugees obviously thrilled to see Maduro out of power, his capture. You can understand why they've got all that oil, and yet the country itself has skyrocketing prices. His own people have been starving. And yet a meaningful number of Americans would wake up to this news and they'd be ripped back 20 years to another American president, another U.S. intervention. I'm thinking of the war in Iraq. And that led to a significant loss of U.S. treasure and of U.S. blood. Many of the president's own supporters tonight are wondering, how is this time around going to be different? And how is it in the U.S. interest?
It's the exact opposite. I mean, we spent decades and decades and purchased in blood and got nothing economically in return. And President Trump flips the script. He says through strategic action, we can ensure that we have access to additional wealth and resources, enabling a country to unleash that without having to spend American blood. I mean, this was a bold and audacious move, but it was thought through. It was well orchestrated. Our military had time to set it up. He provided the resources, and they took that bold stroke. And through it, we flipped that very dynamic. And Americans will benefit. Venezuela has a long history of being a rich and prosperous country. It's been stolen away from its people by horrific leadership. We can do both, help them and help the United States in the Western Hemisphere by reestablishing.
And again, man, that's what it is. That's literally what it is, bro. That's what it is, bro. Hey, we gonna help you by helping us. The game is a game. People seem to forget that fucking China been threatening Taiwan for what, at least the last what, shit, 6 years. China been actively fucking threatening the whole take back Taiwan since fucking the lockdowns, man. Nobody cares about that though, right? Nobody's fucking talking about how evil China is and all this other shit and so on and so forth. Right? Shout out to DJ Smith 23. Appreciate your brother for the 5. The problem with being a collective is once you critique an idea, you're the enemy no matter how loyal you are. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Once you go against a crowd, bro, you can't, Shout out to Deborah Leonelli. Appreciate your love for the 10 for the win. Oh my God, the amount of black people doing streams crying about what Trump did to Venezuelans last night is astounding. I'm convinced that there are a lot of black people who just want to be oppressed. Yeah, this is crazy. I've seen a couple of people, Deborah. I had no idea that it was this prevalent. But I'm not surprised. Again, this is why I have absolutely no faith or trust in us as black people figuring it out and not being a permanent underclass by 2053. I don't because, bro, it's just too emotional, man. Too much emotionality. And if you say something logical, people just ignore it. You can say the most logical and the most factual thing. If niggas don't like it, they ignore it. And then commits to call you all kinds of, dumb and pussy niggas, fuck niggas, and bring your dick into it and stuff that's got nothing to do with the hell we talking about. It's crazy.
The Monroe Doctrine, peace through strength with our allies was demonstrated last night. And I think I know the hemisphere will benefit from President Trump's bold action.
All right, Mr. Secretary, we're going to ask you to hold there for one more commercial break. We're going to fit it in now to our viewers watching the CBS Evening News. We'll be back in just a moment.
Bella, hey man, that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Listen, this, and again, hey, I love being black, right? I love some black people. Okay, you niggas though, sick of y'all. But no, seriously, bro. Shout out to Friedman. He said this all the time. Look, bro, Culture and ideology matters way more than just skin tone, dog. Okay. You need to start getting around like-minded people that understand order, discipline, financial literacy, all these different things, dog, is going to help you make it and be successful for the next upcoming 20 years. I can't say when this is going to happen, but they already told you this. Remember all that degree shit? They told you by 2030, 50% of jobs are going to be replaced by artificial intelligence. Just artificial intelligence alone. That's not even counting robots. I think they're supposed to come out with the robots this year, if I'm correct, right? I think this year is supposed to be the push for the Tesla bots and maybe some other brands, but mainly the Tesla bots. Okay. Elon Musk has told you that he believes in UBI because he plans for robots to replace most of the fucking labor and most of the jobs for human beings. If people have to pay you to exist, bro, that is slavery within itself. Okay. If a person is giving you the ability to fucking feed yourself, to have a roof over your head, to have lights on, to have running water, they control you. Okay. A lot of shit is going to happen over the next, 4 now, because it's 2026. The next 4 to 10 years. Everything, and I said this, remember I told y'all, I'm 42, right? I say this all the time. That's why I say we're the bridge between the gap. We're the first generation to come into like the technological like boom and shit, right? Remember when your grandma and your mama and your daddy couldn't figure out whenever the power went out on the damn VCR and you had to set it? You had to set the time on the VCR or else it'd just be blinking. And you couldn't read no instructions. You didn't need no instructions. You played around with it, so on and so forth. You could read, okay, time, up, down, whatever. If I press this, I do this or whatever. Trial and error, you figure it out. Your motherfucking mama and daddy thought you was an astrophysicist. How you do that? You know what I'm saying? Gaming systems, computers, all of that shit. That's 80s fucking technology, bro. Right? Yeah. Listen, turn that TV off. It's storming. Lay down, take a nap. I'm telling you, man. Listen, the way things are going to speed up technologically over these next 5-10 years is going to be unbelievable. Okay, we went from motherfucking green screen Nokias, okay, green screen Nokias to motherfucking computers in your hand. Okay, green screen Nokias with minutes. Data didn't even fucking exist. To a fucking supercomputer in your hand that now has AI on it and can make some motherfucking artificial images that make it seem like real life. That was what, 2000? Nokia phones, the brick phones, 90, 99, 98, something like that. Look at how far we fucking just... Yeah, nobody saw it coming. Nobody did. Nobody saw this shit coming, bro. So just imagine now that you have fucking AI in addition with that's self-learning, that's improving on its own, how much we're going to be technologically advanced in, again, 5 to 10 years. People don't see this shit coming, bro. Listen, hey, first class citizen, I told them, listen, I know I'll be bullshitting and joking a little bit, man, but I told these robots is coming, man. By 2035, robots in households will be as common as computers. I thought, hey, and first class citizen, the robots gonna be in relationships with humans. Paper money, I give you maybe 10 more years. You maybe got 10 more years on paper money. What did they just get rid of, y'all? It all starts with a drop. What currency did they just stop? They just stop making, or they're stopping making this year. Bella, no. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. And if you know about this money shit, the only real money is what? The only real money is what? Paper money, not real money. No, the only real money is coins. Coins are the only real money. Gold and silver, of course. You're right, you say gold and silver. I'm talking about like actual US currency. The only real fucking money are coins. Paper money is a fucking Federal Reserve note. That's not real money. CBDC is coming. I would be careful in saying that. It's definitely not. It's definitely not a scam. Definitely not a scam. Being that, again, the blockchain technology is the way that banks are looking into doing transactions. And there's this wonderful 3-letter cryptocurrency that we talked about over here a couple of times. Better get you some. I've been on it since it was like 17 cents, 32 cents. Better get you some. Again, I told y'all earlier, China is already using XRP as a framework for making transactions. Just don't take my word for it, bro. Just Google it and see the shit that everybody is saying about XRP. This is why we told y'all, and again, it's not financial advice. When they hit fucking XRP specifically and only XRP, and every other motherfucking crypto was able to do what it was, because I think they said it was the SEC said it was a security or some shit, right? Same way that's similar to a certain metal, precious metal. Y'all understand the silver was being suppressed purposely, right? But now, due to the supply and demand of silver, they can no longer fucking suppress the shit. That's why silver's doing what it's doing. Silver's projected. Again, don't take my word from anything, man. Look at the financial advisors. Do your own research. A lot of shit is going to make a lot of moves this year. Please don't waste your money. Anytime I want to buy a pair of shoes, I'm buying some gold, I'm buying some silver, or investing in crypto. This is me. It's not financial advice. I'm just telling you. I got enough shoes, fuck shoes, 200, 250 at this point. I'm good. Any extra money that I have will be going into some type of investment. ETFs, Nvidia. Do your research, people. Please. Please. Nah, brother, it's just very few and far in between with us, and that's unfortunate, right? Again, how many times we seen this? Hey, what time is it, y'all? It's January 1st, or what time? It's it's the most wonderful time of the year. Adult Christmas, man. It's adult Christmas season, man. Roscoe, I don't know about that, man. Depending on which ones. Shout out to the big truck. Dividend stocks is definitely a thing. You definitely want to get exactly. Shout out, hey, there you go. Bro, don't be out here trying to finesse. Don't be out here buying no rims. Don't be out here fucking taking no, bro, put that money somewhere where it's gonna make you some money, man. Put that money somewhere where it's gonna make you some money. Hey, listen, hey, artifacts. Artifacts. I'm gonna let you talk to the people, my brother. I'm gonna let you talk to the people, my brother. Artifacts know what it is. Again, man. Just like, and I hate, I'll never forget this shit. This dude, in my shop, he's going crazy, bro. He's going crazy. Hey, man, get you some Bitcoin, bro. Get you some Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin was something like $700 or some shit. 2017, right? It was like below $1,000 or like right at $1,000, whatever the fuck it was. So, hey, man, get you some Bitcoin, bro. You get some Bitcoin. I'm telling you, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna go. And I was like, yeah, but I don't really want to, gamble $700 or $1,200 on some shit to wear it's whatever, man. I done heard the same thing. That Bitcoin shit's not real, right? That's all the fucking negative shit you heard about Bitcoin. Lo and behold, had I spent fucking $1,700, I'll be 100,000. Would have been at some point 100,000 in the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, in the plus at its highest. Yeah, of course he is. It was lower than that, though. It was definitely lower than that. Or maybe because when I got to my command, let me look real quick. Let me see. Yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, April, bro. Listen, I'm telling you, hey, early 2017, bro. Because I would have transferred there around that time. Early 2017, it was like $800. And March, yeah. So early 2017, bro, was on the two bands. Hey, Mayo Monkey, we told him. Mayo Monkey, didn't we tell him? They say all I talk about is, all you do is bash black women and talk about dick and pussy and what. I'm like, hey, man, all right, bro. I'm contemplating right now, man. I'm just going to pull the trigger, bro, because you got to get physical, too. I got to get more physical. Okay? But listen, man. For this, let me drop the link just in case y'all want to come up. We do have a cam up policy. Remember, you want to come up. If not, I understand. Listen, a lot of money is about to be pumped into the economy, right? This is everybody talking this shit about Trump, bro. Bro, this is literally the first year. Trump is about to hit a year, what, January 21st or whatever, right? Inauguration usually was somewhere around January 20 something, right? So Trump is about to officially hit a year in office. This is his last term. It will not be another one. So if you understand who and what Trump is, his mindset, Trump is going to force feed any and every fucking policy and everything he said he's going to do to get done before he's out of office. Okay. All right. Exactly. Hey, listen, bro, fuck all that. If you can become more profitable, bro, fuck all the other shit. That's the major thing here. That's the only thing I'm worried about. It's about to be a lot of money pumped into this economy, bro. A lot of it. And like I said, they get Powell up out of there, and he replaced Powell with the guy he wants to replace Powell with, and you get fucking damn near zero interest or zero interest rates again. Listen. I expect, like I said, after all this shit, like said and done, whether I'm doing, if I'm still doing YouTube 5 years from now, hey, I'm tapping y'all pockets. Where that money at? I told you to fucking invest. How much of it you got? Okay, I'm deboing you into saving, nigga. Save that money, nigga. Put that motherfucking Starbucks down. Don't eat that McDonald's. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Prime. Don't say we didn't tell you. Because it's going to be a lot of haves and have-nots, bro. Once 2030 get here, it's going to be a stark differentiation of the people that are going to be okay and that are going to make it and those that aren't. Telling you, bro, this shit is moving extremely fast. And the thing is, unfortunately, most people are completely and totally oblivious to the shit. Completely and totally oblivious, bro. Yeah, they finna print money like a motherfucker. Especially after they get what's the name, bro? It's crazy the shit they're trying to do. Trump trying to do some impossible shit, bro. But in order to do it, that's the way it's got to be done. Pay attention, bro. This Venezuela shit. I would say within the next 2 weeks or so. Trump mentioned it. He talked about it. Hold on, man. Let me see if I can we'll get some of this and then we'll get up out of here. Because he talked about them pretty much replacing her because she don't know what the fuck she does and can't be trusted. Man, Azrael in a bit. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on? I have a couple of questions. What did you mean by he was trying to do something that's impossible? What did you mean by that?
So the way that he gonna have to so he's doing counterintuitive things when it comes to what he's doing with the money, right? So you need to devalue the currency, but at the same time, you need the interest rates to drop so more people use the fucking currency.
Yeah, no, to juice the economy.
Yeah, so you got to devalue the currency and put more into it, but then you need the interest rates to drop and more people to fucking keep using the currency and stop getting away from it. So what start happening is motherfuckers shitting on the bonds and leaving the bonds alone because the
dollar's
dollar,
weakened.
yeah, and they was trying to get away from the dollar on that brick shit. That's why you got China stacking up all the gold, and I think it's India. India got like all the fucking silver, right? But hey, man, we got the subject matter expert in the building, man. The man about all the money. You know what I'm saying? We gonna step back and let this brother right here enlighten us with his knowledge and wisdom.
What part you want me to talk about? But I'm not no expert, so I don't want to be acting like no Twitter expert just because it's happening in Venezuela now.
Could you elaborate on that silver issue that was going on? I heard people talking about it. I'm familiar with that. What's going on with silver?
Oh, so the silver thing is silver finally broke like the highest prices had in like I don't know how long, and it was due to pretty much
scarcity.
Yeah, scarcity. It's actually like and now that you got more of these Nvidia and these companies that have to use it, and most importantly the batteries. Remember, if you was here when I did the Silver Surfer stream, I literally told people this and I had no idea. It was just me in working with batteries and my background and understanding what they would have to do to optimize the batteries in these all this EV push that they're doing. One of the major things they're talking about is not just the EVs, also your cell phone batteries, is the increased use of silver. So you got to think, you know what I'm saying, for if it's per gram of silver is whatever it is, but you got so many grams of silver now because it's more optimal for the battery operation and longevity. You feel me? Now that increases what you're gonna have to get out of the ground, and as the demand for it outweighs what's already here, that means you're already at a deficit. So of course, with simple supply and demand, like I said, scarcity, the price is gonna motherfucking skyrocket and go up because the actual silver that has to be used isn't there. And then you got the ETFs and the paper and the futures and all this other shit too.
I know
so because the actual
stupid question, but what happened to it? Like what the
No, so I'm pretty sure it's India. I want to say India. The reserves that you had, the actual like physicals, like silver bars and shit that people were using for whatever reason, what's the name? Stockpiled it the fuck up. India did, right? But then of course you got the companies that actually mine the silver and whatever. So you got a demand of just like it was with the cobalt and the computer chip shit. It's pretty much that same thing. Because I think nobody knew about that when cobalt was low. Right when they had the fucking shortage on that shit, cobalt went to some crazy numbers. It was like thousands. You know what I mean? So it's that, but just not at the level of cobalt. Same shit. Actually being used utility wise, not just, you know what I'm saying?
I got one question. I'm sorry. I just have to. I want you guys' opinion. What do you think? Because Venezuela is the largest producer of oil for China. How do you think that's going to affect how China moves?
Well, they just boxed China out because China was just down there doing talks with them last week. So that's
some gangster shit, man.
Well, yeah, Trump is. But Obstacles got it. You on Obstacle? You got it, bro. Go ahead.
No, I think they were there that morning. They just had a meeting that they were dropping. So I don't know if it was like a day or two, but net they were just there. So it was kind of pretty monumental to do that, like right after they sent envoys down there to try to, of course, shore up some diplomacy and some actual, power in that region. But come on, man, the empire strikes back. I'm not mad at it. Trump, do your thing. You feel me? We definitely have to control our backyard. And I'm biased, right? So I'm not going to come in here and cap and act like I'm here for the whole entire planet. I'm here for the United States of America, and it's my country. So yes, it's going to be a problem with, people are talking about vacuums and what's going to happen. Look, man, I don't know. I mean, what you do? Just leave the bad guy there? I mean, what's your solution?
Define bad guy, though. What is a bad guy? Define. What's that?
Hey, whoever we say it is, all right? Damn the games. Let's just say whoever we say it is, right? That's the end of the day. At the end of the day, people have different opinions about whether he was good and whether he was bad, whether he was elected or not. Independent people verified it. But hey, here's something for you guys, and you grown men to learn. Power is right. Might is right. That's what it is.
I had this conversation.
But hold on. I know your single moms taught y'all something different, right? I know your the beta husbands that was with him taught y'all something different. but might is right, and you are the one that is mightful. So don't go against that, bro. Africa's not going to do nothing for you. China's not going to do nothing for you. At the end of the day, we got the oil, we got the gold, money's up. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing.
Guns, oil, and drugs, right?
Yeah, let's bang the oil drums. Or you could be in Africa banging regular drums. Which one do you want?
Top 10 countries with the largest.
Yeah. In that
strike. Yeah, they got more than the Saudis? Shit.
You might be on mute. You on mute.
My bad. I keep doing it. So yeah, so the largest in the world, Craig, the world, even bigger than Saudi Arabia.
Damn.
Okay? That's huge.
They got almost twice as much as Canada. Shit.
See, yeah, that's better than Bitcoin. You see, you just go crack somebody's head and go get the real gold. You feel me?
Yeah, and not to mention, like I said, the gold too. So actual gold too. So
yeah, man. I think the actual exercise was wild. It was crazy. You feel me? 3 hours. What was it? No longer the Titanic. And they just went up in there, scooped homeboy up. He was talking that trash too. Like, yo, come and get me. He was saying in Spanish, come and get me, El Nino, El Casa, like whatever he was saying, right? And then they came with the skitty pop. They came with them guns, right? Them helicopters, them F-35s, and the boy was walking on that perk walk, like looking like a mule. So I was like,
the Nike Tech, man.
I'm shocked.
Nike got some of the best. Hey, they bringing the Nike Tech back after that.
He was flying though. Yeah, he was flying on there though.
I'm shocked that even Trump put. Well, I'm not kind of shocked, but I'm just like, wow, like Trump actually put. I forgot what's his thing called, his platform that he has him on.
Truth Social.
Truth Social. Like he posted that up. Like that is some trolling shit. That is crazy. He posted up his perp walk on his Truth Social. I'm like, damn. So what does this do for BRICS?
Well, it throws a major monkey wrench in it, because I promise you, and again, that's what people don't understand what China's doing. China and all these other places, they're trying to have bring it back to like a gold standard or what's the name backed currency, right? That's a big part of it. That's why Venezuela plays such a big part, because you got oil and you got gold there, right? So understanding that, and then most importantly, it was in our backyard, like Obstacle said, it was right up under us. So if you get your main ops that's motherfucking maybe 5 hours away or whatever, right at your thing, and you're able to set up shop there. Same thing we did in Japan and South Korea and whatnot, what have you. You're able to have eyes and military standing there. That's a major issue and problem. But again, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm a little rusty on my geopolitics. I used to be inundated with it. Like I used to know like pretty much all the nooks and crannies when it came to Crimea and Ukraine and Russia. But now this question I have to ask. Now, couldn't China be justified in taking over Taiwan now?
No. They could try. They was already talking about it. That's the actual example that I used, right? That's the example that I used already. But the problem is, like, bro, there's a Navy base in Japan. They're not going to do that.
It's kind of like accent on a chessboard, right? Like the king is not taken down. So let's say that's like Taiwan, but we took your rook, we took your knight, we took other pieces that were important on the chessboard, and they used Venezuela as one of those important chess pieces on the board. That taken off the board just reduces your ability to capture our king or to take what you want to take, which might be Taiwan. But at the end of the day, I tell people often, nobody really knows. You can read geopolitics all you want. You don't have top secret information. There's a lot of things you're out of the loop about, right? So we're using information from Twitter, maybe some cell phone footage, but we don't know what's really going on behind closed doors and the clandestine operations that nations fight at. So nation states are very complex. So for somebody to get on and be like, yo, I know what happened. Let me tell you about this vacuum that's created in this. Man, shut up, man. They probably eating the donuts, sipping on Starbucks. At the end of the day, this is massively complicated. But one thing's for sure. That guy is captured. Him and his wife. Both of them, right? USA. So at the end of the day, we'll just go from here. Go ahead.
Somebody was talking to somebody and they said Colombia might be next. What do you think? Probably not, right?
Nah.
Yeah,
Because
nah,
there's no
like
oil there.
Cuba. Yeah. They're worried about things like Cuba or Mexico, but I don't think Colombia is high on the
Yeah,
list.
Colombia
It's
doesn't have
definitely
anything.
yeah.
That's
Nah.
crazy. Or possibly
Ooh,
Nigeria.
you think about the assets going there and reduce the prices on oil? That would be
That's what I
cool
said.
for our markets,
By,
man.
by,
It's about to
by,
go
by,
ham.
by summertime, I'll say by middle of summer or end of the summer this year, expect a major fucking decrease in oil prices or gas prices. And all these
And
people
prices
talking
in
about,
general.
oh, why did he took it? Hey, no, don't you get none of that gas. You just pay the $4.
Yeah. You just keep paying the for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
keep
keep
paying
paying
it.
the
Don't let
$4.
these
Oh,
prices
yeah, I
go.
feel it's the guilt, man. It's the guilt.
You gonna put that joints in your car. Stop capping, at the end of the day. And it's a crazy move for the world. I think for a long time they've been questioning a lot of things, but military might has been the one thing that people have questioned, but not right now. To actually go up in somebody's country and scoop up just the leader from the El Casa and then bring them back on that flight is amazing. That was amazing feat right there. Now, if he fumbled the rock, let's admit, everybody would want to make fun of him, right? If he
Yep.
fumbled this rock and it was like, oh, look at y'all whack, y'all can't do no successful nothing, y'all lost in Iraq or whatever. But it was successful. Now what? Got him. Watch what you say, man, because it will be used against you in the court of war. So watch your mouth, man. It's USA.
Most
So what
definitely, man.
do you think Trump is gonna by the end of his term or at least in the next 2 years, he'll the Ukraine war will be over, or that will just keep going?
No, they got that on the table right now. He's supposed to be actually having a meeting with Russia and Ukraine. I want to say sometime this week upcoming, unless they change it around because of this. I'm not sure, because they said Russia was asking for proof of life for whatever reason, which is kind of weird.
What do you
They
mean by?
didn't open.
Can you elaborate? What do you mean by the proof of life? Because I heard they tried to bomb one of his properties.
No, not Russia. My bad. That's what the what's the name lady was asking for, the
Oh,
vice
the
president.
VP. The VP.
Yeah, the vice president, not Russia.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Now I was talking about what's going to happen with this Ukraine war. Then, what do you think?
They get it over with, man. Again, they're gonna get what's the name up out of there too. Zelensky or whatever his name is. He up out of there. He's causing too many issues and problems.
Didn't he just go to the White House recently, or he met with Trump
earlier in the year? He had 2, if not 3 trips this year. I know for sure 2. It might have been 3.
No, I think in the last 2 weeks, I think he spoke with Trump somewhere, or he was in Europe in the last 2 weeks. But someone was telling me Trump is trying to create a G5 as well, instead of the G8, a G5.
Okay.
I don't know. I just thought maybe you guys knew about that. Just asking questions. That's interesting.
But you're right, man. You were right. Fantastic. A lot of people, like the Venezuelans, might be happy, but the Americans are not, which is hilarious, right? So, but there's no surprise on that front, right? Like a lot of Americans, y'all just got some self-hate that's ridiculous. It's at an all-time high. And so at the end of the day, they're just going to hate anything that America does besides giving out free trillions of dollars. Outside of that, I don't think that some sides would actually agree with it. But, this decision was made. Oil, let's get it. Gold doesn't sound bad to me.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
I think Americans don't like it. Well, I'll say this to play devil's advocate. Like I heard on somebody else's panel, they were like, "Oh, they should be glad he wasn't. If it was Bush, he would have been deleted on the spot, like Bin Laden." So, And they're like, "At least he was charged against crimes for humanity." But I'm like, we enable Netanyahu. I was like, if Maduro is gonna be charged for crimes against humanity, then him and Netanyahu should be co-defendants. But that's just me being objective. I get it. I just respect the fact that Hegseth said, "Hey, we out here for the oil." They weren't trying to be on no, we're trying to liberate people, or this is for democracy, like it was with Saddam or with Gaddafi. I respect the fact that he mentioned the oil, like, you help us, we help you, basic kind of thing. Because it's like, okay, I know you're not gonna BS the American public, like you're out here to liberate people.
I think that wouldn't be the first time, right? When Trump was attempting to do a deal with Zelensky, he said the same thing. It has to have mineral deals so we can get paid back plus interest.
Yep.
We want to receive something. So he's been actually a leader that I probably haven't seen ever before, that actually is upfront like, hey, look, yeah, we're doing this, but this is not all about
It's
democracy
not
and
free,
love.
exactly. Yeah, it's not. This shit is not for
About,
free.
I need a return. I need an
Exactly.
economic return. We need something back for the risk that we're taking on. And he says it bluntly, straight out to people. I think he said it before he even formulated the damn plan. He just say like, yeah, but we got to do something. Even with Gaza, didn't he say, well, I can make it great real estate, but we'll have to work out some deal where we get some considerable real estate in order to actually turn it into the UAE of that area in that region. So again, he's always been straightforward about it. And that's the good part.
Definitely it, man. But hey, man, I appreciate you brothers for coming up, bro. Again, a win. And like I keep telling y'all, man, this is not the year to waste your money and squander it on BS, man. Get in some investments, man. Assets only. If you don't get that new car, fuck all the bullshit, bro. Hey, this is your chance to get right if you're not already there, because you're gonna need it, bro. This world is about to move very, very fast in the next 5 to 10 years, man. Extremely fast, and it's not gonna take much for you to get left behind.
Wait, I didn't get to say something. Can I say something real quick on that, if that's okay?
Of course.
Yeah. This is not financial advice, but what I will also say is I'll piggyback what Mr. Fantastic said. Man, it's essential to invest. I mean, it's so funny how being an American, just taking the money that you make and converting to some asset, real estate, stocks, whatever. I'm not telling you what to do. There's many assets there. It's important. It's super easy. You just press a button. You just figure out, do your research and press a button. So if you're not doing that, then you're going to be left behind. You're going to be trying to fight against the wave, which is AI and robotics and anything else. And as Mr. Fantastic said, it doesn't make sense. So don't hate the player, learn the game. Something that we're just not often taught in our culture is just to hate the game. It's just learn it and then improve. And then once you figure out the game, you're like, oh my gosh, this is pretty easy. So again, like Wall Street Travis said, Wall Street starting to look like us. The statistics are there. So continue to start invest and listen to what Mr. Fantastic said. Get off your ass and stop buying BS. And that will get you where you need to go. And then you'll be hyped and super bold about the AI. You'll be like, yeah, because you own it. So again, start being a part of the owner class.
Indeed, man. Definitely indeed. Appreciate you brothers for coming up, man. Hey, man. Great conversation. I appreciate you guys for being here. Please, people, take what I'm saying serious. Again, none of this has been financial advice, but do your due diligence and your research. Okay. It is not that hard, bro. Okay. And don't listen to the, to the moon and all that sort of shit. No, bro. Fuck the bullshit, right? Listen to the things that are actually going on. Do some research. All right. All right. Don't just try to, hop on some trendy shit. Know what you're doing. Okay. I've been talking about this precious metal shit for a while. And a lot of this shit, man, same thing with the crypto that I mentioned. You know what I'm saying? I fucking stayed faithful and just understood what everything that was going on. You start understanding when the market is being purposely manipulated by bigger things and outside sources, that there tells you the value behind it. If it's anything to where the banking systems and corporations and everything else is purposely suppressing that shit so it can't go where it needs to go, that in itself tells you a lot about it. I'll just say that. Okay. At the end of the day, man, America, fuck yeah. Get ready for hell, I'm about to buy me some 50-gallon drums off of motherfucking off of Amazon. To store this gas up when it start hitting under $2 again. You feel me? You know what I mean? But no, serious note, man. Again, please, people, invest in yourself. Make yourself better. Become as knowledgeable as you can about not only the monetary system, but shout out the obstacles about AI, man, and a way to where you can make it work to your advantage, to where you can make it pay you, right? And all these different things, bro. Make yourself as indispensable as possible. Okay, you be trying to become a motherfucking human Swiss Army knife, dog. Skills and trades, all this other shit and whatever. I know it sounds like a lot, man, but again, for the men, as a man, bro, that's your expectation anyway. All right, you're supposed to be self-sufficient. You're supposed to be able to, make a way for yourself no matter what, right? And not just always have to depend on something else or somebody else to give you an opportunity to be able to provide for yourself. Okay. But hey, listen, man, great conversation. Appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. That's that on that one. And I catch y'all next one, man. Holla. We out.